Hello there. Well, we've got some very interesting weather phenomena around the country today. As you can see, a lot of sunshine, I think most of it emanating from TC7. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see it getting up to about 100 today. I've even had reports of ice cream sellers along that northeastern coast. And the outlook, what, for the next 3¼ hours, staying pretty hot. But then I think we're going to go back to the real weather again of cold weather and a lot of snow. That's it from me. Bye-bye for now.
This is the BBC television service.
It's 100 programmes or what? You're ugly boy.
Good morning and welcome to our 100th programme.
And what a special programme we have lined up for you today with treats aplenty, prizes galore and all this too. It's all happening today. Yes, it is. Down in the Evergreen Forest, they're putting on a play until the pigs get in the way. I think they're all going to rhyme. It's all right. And then Jonathan Ross will be with us throughout the morning, helping us with the celebrations. David Attenborough will be coming in to tell us about the trials of life, and you'll be able to call him with your questions. All together now, at 10:25, The Farm will be performing their latest hit live in Studio 7. At 10:30, we'll be finding out who won last week's Stage 1 heat and taking a look at the final heat in this year's competition.
Why don't you?
The Sheriff of Nottingham will be paying us a visit in the guise of Tony Robinson. Ooh. At 11:10, the Turtles take a trip to the Chinese takeaway, and it's not just the suey that gets the chop. Oh, I bet that hurt him. And Charlie Green joins up with the Clothes Show team to bring us the latest looks live from the NEC. And don't forget, the phone number if you want to call is...
Going live on 081-811-8181. 081-811-8181. Yeah!
Also, throughout the morning, we've got various competitions for you. You'll find out how you could win one of these. We've got 100 to give away, 100 programmes or what. But now, live on Going Live, live on stage and live on our 100th programme, Technotronic. Turn it up!
Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Melissa, thanks. Yeah, you not seen my brother anywhere, have you?
Don't so.
No, oh, he's over this way. Well, this way. Have you seen my brother anywhere? He's that way. Oh, cheers. Oh, thanks. Well, I'll go this way then. Cheers. Here, come with me. Look, I'm trying to look for my brother. It's me, brother, sister, isn't it? One of my sister brothers. Flipping crazy, we are. Here, come with me. Sorry about this. Excuse me. Here, hello. All right. You seen my brother anywhere?
Sorry, I've not seen him anywhere.
You haven't. Oh, what about you, Gordon? Gordon? Have you seen him?
No.
No. All right. I'll have a look over here then. All right. Okay. We'll try over here. Just a minute. Here, where are you going? What's going on? All right. All right, just pull the feathers out of his hat. Why not? Here, have you seen my brother? Hey? You seen my brother anywhere? No. No? No, me. I don't know where he is. I've been looking everywhere. He must be here. Hopefully he'll be here in a minute. Still, we'll look around and see, shall we? There I am, buddy. Oh, right. Here he is then. All right, matey, how you doing?
All right, you know, wheeling and a dealing.
Oh, yeah, ducking and a diving.
Moving and a grooving to some fancy new dance moves.
My definition is this. My definition. My definition is this.
You what? Nothing. Hey, have we got a competition to do then?
Yeah, have you got all the stuff then? You got all the stuff, yeah?
I've got it all in this
It's all in
case.
here.
100 of them.
Yeah, definitely got 100
Yeah,
of them,
definitely 100
Definitely,
in here.
good. You know it's to do with all this 100th celebrations and all that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, who'd have believed, eh?
What?
Going live, 100 years old. You know, Philip and Sarah, don't look it.
No. It's not 100 years of Going Live, is it? It's the 100th programme, you know.
Oh.
Going Live wasn't even on 100 years ago, was it?
Oh, no, you're right. No, because then it'd have been Noel Edmonds and his swapping shop.
That's right, yeah. Well, swap shop, actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're going to do the competition then, because what we've got is we've got 100 Going Live T-shirts to give away. 100 Going Live T-shirts.
Eh? What, T-shirts?
That's right, yeah.
Well, not tea bags.
What?
I thought it was 100 Going Live tea bags.
Oh, he's flipping crazy. You are. Look, no, it's going to be a T-shirt. Have we got one? Here we go. Here we are, look. Going Live T-shirts, 100 programmes, or what, all right? We will have 100 of them to give away, and you can win one of these.
Yeah, and you can win a tea bag as well.
Yeah, all right, OK, all right. We'll throw in a T-shirt and a tea bag if you can answer a simple question.
Why is the tea bag round?
No, that's not the question. No, that isn't the question. It's not the question.
Oh.
It's not.
So what is the question then?
The question is, right, how many programmes are we celebrating today, OK? You know that, OK? That's all you have to do. Answer a simple question. How many programmes are we celebrating today? Answers on the postcard to the usual address. Going Live, BBC Television, London W12, 7RJ.
All right, and now it's time for Sarah with Feed the Bird.
Frogs. Feed.
Oh, feed the frog.
The effort that they've made for our 100th birthday. I just come over here, Philip. I'm sure you don't mind.
Of course not.
But you just have a look. Can we just turn around and have a look at the sort of outfits they're all wearing? There's Nigel with a very tasteful purple glitter suit on. Look at what they're wearing. And this, well, you probably think, well, they always dress like that, don't they? Well, I can assure you, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. But most stylish of all is our very own Gordon the Gopher, who's come in with a beautiful sequin jacket on.
You look terrific, Gordon.
He does, and he is an ace cameraman, let's face it.
Oh, yeah. Have you
I'll leave you
noticed
to
something,
it.
though? Have you noticed that the noisiest hat of all... Come over here. Come over here. The noisiest hat of all, we said, you know, pick some hats. Sound. The one hat that's got bells on and sound's got to wear it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Pardon?
Well done.
Of course, they can't hear a word you're saying. Sound. Right, OK. Let's move along now. Thank you very much indeed for all your cards and stuff for the 100th programme. I've picked some out here. And this one, it's been worked out very, very carefully. It's come from Gillian Leslie, who's in Glasgow. She says 325 hours, 19,500 minutes, or 1,770,000 seconds of going live. What a beauty. It's nice to see you've got your camera fixed, by the way. Good to see that. And because, of course, Going Live is the most watched Saturday morning programme, we've got these special phone prizes a little bit later on, just to celebrate the fact that we're 100 programmes old, and to thank you very much indeed for watching. We move along now to Kathy Green. Thank you, Kathy, for your card. Well done on reaching the big 100. Makes it sound really old, doesn't it? And I've sent some balloons that are impossible to blow up. Nothing is impossible. Let's watch my earpiece come flying out in a second now. And there they are. Look at that. I'll just tie a knot in that one, and we'll put it on the back. There we are, 100th balloon. I'll put that over here. Thanks for that. There's a nice card here, if you have a look at that. All made out of sort of circular paper that's been cut out. There, a 100 today. If we open it up, it says happy birthday from Laurie Reed, age 6. Thank you, Laurie, for your card. There's a badge here, Going Live 100 badge. There's the badge. One for me, one for Sarah. From Laura Davies. Thank you for that. She's in Altrincham in Cheshire. Terrific stuff. We'll put those on in a minute. And blasting through, Gordon the Gopher's on this one. And then if we have a look inside, there's Gordon there. And there's Sarah. If we open it up, there she is. Extremely stylish. And on the other side, considerably less stylish, there's me. Opening it up, inside, it's come from Marie and Katie Webb, aged 9 and 5, to all at Going Live. And there's their picture at the top, looking incredibly stylish. Thanks very much for your card. And also, a final one here, and there's a lot of work gone into this. It is your 100th episode. It's from Tracy, a Going Live fan. She's in Leicester, and she's made these. Look at this. This is stunning. Happy 100th birthday. This is all worked out. But I like this one here. This one's my favourite, this next one. Look at what she's done there. Isn't that clever? Can't begin to imagine how you've done that. But that's really smart. She said to put them up around the set, which we will do. Thank you. Still to come this morning, we have the new kids on the block. There's also the raccoons and, of course, the turtles. And on the subject of wildlife, here is a gentleman who probably knows more about animals than they know about themselves, David Attenborough.
Back he came to the trap.
He was almost in. And down came the trap door. We had, at the end of 4 months, achieved at last the objective of our quest. We had caught a specimen of the largest lizard in the world, the Komodo dragon. That's my message. And there's a reply. The animal's not hearing sound, it's just responding to vibrations in the ground. I'm talking to a mole rat. Here, in my shirt, is a baby. The mother opossum abandons all her babies when they get to about this stage, and they creep about in the forest, quite defenseless, so they can be easily picked up like this. There is more meaning and mutual understanding in exchanging a glance with a gorilla than any other animal I know. And so if there was a possibility of escaping the human condition and living imaginatively in another creature's world, it must be with the gorilla.
Just go on watching that for hours and hours and hours. It's great pleasure to welcome you, David Attenborough, to Going Live. Tell me about the very first time you decided to take an animal out of the studio, or rather not take an animal out of the studio, but go and see an animal in its natural habitat.
For television, you mean?
Yes.
Well, I'd always wanted to go to Africa, and somehow it didn't seem to me possible that I ever could get to Africa. And I joined television, you know, nearly 40 years ago now, not thinking it would get me to Africa. And suddenly seeing, if I tell them the right story, they'll let me go, you know, and I went off to West Africa.
It was more an Attenborough quest than
Oh,
a zoo quest.
It was a little plot with the London Zoo to go and collect animals. And we went to West Africa to Sierra Leone.
During the course of one series, whether it be Living Planet or Trials of Life or Living Earth, how many crews do you have in different parts of the world at one time?
Well, in a very big series like The Trials of Life, which is going on now, 25 different cameramen were working at various times. Not all at the same time, but there might easily have been a dozen working at the same time.
So how do you decide which crew you should be with? Who is it that makes that decision?
Well, it's the directors and the producers and so on. And of course, I have to go to places where I am needed. That is to say, where I've got to say something. There's no point in me going to a place where there's a cameraman who probably knows far more about the bird in question than I do, and breathing down his neck and saying, "Go on, press the button, press the button." You know, you go bananas. So I don't go on those trips.
But there must be some situations where, because nobody can tell, the timing is up to the animal, isn't it, really?
No, you see, the more you know about natural history, the more you can predict. I mean, after all, if someone from, say, Arabia turned up here and said, in the middle of December, I've come to see the cuckoo, you'd say, well, you're going to have to wait 3 months or 4 months before the cuckoo comes in spring. So if you know enough about cuckoos, you know you're going to turn up within 3 or 4 days when they turn up. If you know enough about Christmas Island crabs, you know exactly when they're going to migrate.
To the very moment, in your case, sitting on that beach.
That's right. Yeah.
How do you think your approach has changed, if at all, over the last 11 years of natural history filmmaking?
We have been able to do more remarkable things. The fact is that when one started, one had so little time, so little money, you know. But now, the benefit of having done so much in the past, I mean, other people are still doing it. You've still got to remain there. You've still got to get the stuff. So the standards are going up all the time. And now we've got, with new equipment, you can film in the dark, and cameramen, camera crews going everywhere. You can get sequences you wouldn't have believed possible even 5 years ago.
Well, David is with us all morning. Well, he's with us for the next hour at least, and is our press conference guest. And you can call David on 081 811 8181, and you will get all manner of questions, I'm sure. Thanks for being with us, David. See you again in just about half an hour's time, I think. OK. Phil?
Ah, yes,
Hello?
we're down here from the forest up there to the evergreen forest now, because morning, Jonathan. By the way.
Good morning, Philip.
Good morning. Over the past few weeks, Sarah and I have been hunting through the dictionary to try and find as many R's as we possibly can to introduce the raccoons, and we thought we'd sort of bring in some help this morning. So could you give us a hand with that?
I'll give them my best shot.
Good. Okay.
OK, well, don't go away, because now it's time for those rambunctious, randy, raunchy, road-hugging, rump-enhancing, ridiculous, wonderful raccoons.
This is the evergreen forest. Quiet, peaceful, serene. That is until Bert Raccoon wakes up.
Band. Here we've got a picture of them to show you. This is what they look like. There's the whole band. There were 2 sets, each of the chaps, and also a huge book as well, with some amazing glossy pictures of the new kids as well. We asked you to write a limerick, and we said we'd give you the first line, which was, there was a new kid called, and you had to put your favourite one in and continue the limerick. So we have 2 winners, which we've picked out, which we thought was the best. Would you like to read the first winner?
Yes, certainly. This is from Sarah Wright from Liverpool, and hers goes, there was a new kid called Danny who said one day to his granny, those dolls, they hang tough, they've got the right stuff, and the winner is Dan Ray from Faversham in Kent.
Well done, Dan. Here's your prize. Terrific prize. You have won a signed American football. This is the one that was actually in the video that ended up in the chap's mouth. A sweatshirt, a T-shirt, a signed photo, CDs, and a record. That's all yours. Well done. The Jet Setters competition now. Moving on here. And if you'd like to have a delve in there,
Maurice and George's
the question
giveaway
was, if you were in a restaurant in France and were eating a crepe, what would you be eating?
Cue bad joke.
No,
answer,
don't.
of course, a pancake. Of course it was a pancake, French pancake, and this is from Stuart Pritchard. Well done, Stuart, from Warrington.
Well done to you, Stuart. Congratulations. You are keeping a hold of those,
I'm keeping hold of these, don't worry.
Bruce Forsyth put them back in the boxes
I noticed that last week. I saw him doing it.
What a nightmare. We had to empty the whole lot out before Mega
It's because his toupee's too tight. It is. It cuts off the circulation and you forget
it's all
things.
Your programme now. I've resigned now.
I'm a big Brucey fan, you know that.
OK, to swing your pants for the 100th time here in the singing corner.
The singing corner. We've been asked to show some of our favourite bits.
So let's look back over the years.
Okay, swing your pants. You are on one side.
I am on the other.
Are we divided?
Oh, yes, I think we are divided. We better swap places.
Okay, then. Here we go, then.
Little arrows in glowing little arrows in your hair. When you're in love, you see those little arrows everywhere. Little arrows that will hit you once and hit you once again. Little arrows that hit everybody every now and then.
These are flowers. Sit on my sheep.
Angelo knew it could never be, so they ran away to their destiny. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo.
Angelo.
Come on, Barbara, let's run off together.
Oh, I know. Let me get a little bit of glue like this.
La, 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 la.
And slap it on here like this.
Look, here's Willie. Look, little Willie's come.
No, it's Willow.
Willow?
And Willow is a girl.
Did you see Willow over Christmas when Tom Cruise had nice hair? Oh, keep warm.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more worries for a week or
Here we are.
two.
This is for the summer holiday.
And laughter on a summer holiday.
Oh, don't forget though, it's in the winter. Oh, you better have another.
La 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 la. We're going where the sun shines brightly.
Keep warm.
We're going where the sea is blue. Do I have to do this? Going where the sun shines. He did have to do it though, didn't he? Didn't he? Didn't.
It was very good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it's nice to see all those bits again.
Yes. Where's Liveline? Liveline?
Holly Barrett from Northwood Hills. There's Victoria Trippier from Oldham. That'd be nice. Matthew Jackson.
Fancy getting a
from
pizza up there.
Yeah, Kelly Tolson
Deep
from
frozen
Plaistow.
pizza.
Paul Cliff.
Oh, yes! We've got a really trendy little pizza pan here, which helps get it out like that. Philip is making a pair of old socks in the background. Do you think you could squeeze yours into...
Yes,
into
no
your
problem.
pan?
There we are.
Thank you! Oh. And I need some of this.
My rings come off! The rings come off! The whole end's come off with my... Right, ready? Here we go. Oh, it just caught your...
I'm sorry, Gordon, I know. He's just very affectionate.
Go for his ankle. Absolutely gorgeous. And also very good, nice and placid. But here above my head... Oh! Oh! He's trying to get out. Get back in there. Right, my next question was actually going to be... Get back in again. Maybe I'll distract his attention over here.
Very placid, Philip. Very placid.
Are they vicious?
Just in case you hadn't guessed. Just in case you hadn't guessed, that was the animals and cook section of our Look Back Fondly at 100 programmes of Going Live. Phew. Well, we've got one of those dial in the right answer competitions coming up now. If you know the answer to this question, who is the Going Live vet, who's been responsible for a lot of those laughs because he brings in the animals concerned, who is the Going Live vet? Ring us up now very carefully on 081 811 8181. 081 811 8181. And we're giving away 5 pocket, bless you, computer games. All right, to 5 of the correct answers that are rung in the next 15 minutes, all right? So get dialing straight away. Who is the
Ones that control all this, the fact that the programme is going out. Is it? Let's hope they're getting their job right. Everyone upstairs, network control, everything goes through them. They're the ones in charge, ain't they, Gordon? There we are, there's their card. Happy 100th birthday, they said. Thank you for that. We have a look inside here, and they've got a nice picture of a globe. And it says, looking forward to the next 100 programmes from all in NC1. That's the terminology. Network control it is. The network director today is Dave. There's Alison. Roland, the senior engineer. Network assistants, Robin? Should be up there saying now, no, that's not how you pronounce it. And not forgetting Rocking Reg, the announcer. Ah, it's Reg on today. And finally, just for the moment, just show you this. The Ninja Penguins have taken over in a big way here. Have a look. This has come from Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you very much indeed for this. This is like a fake bird that she found in a garden centre. Straight in there you go, Gordy. A bit out of focus there. Look at that. Thank you for that. And also, there's another one in here, which has been made by Alison Cropley. And this is a badge that you put on. She's made this herself. It's like that little sort of waxy stuff that you make stuff out of. And there you go, look, a little ninja penguin. Your own little Raphael. There, do you want that, Gordon? Would you like it? All right, well, it's yours. Loads and loads still to come this morning, so don't go away. Like I said, if you are snowbound, then stay inside. Keep warm, keep inside. Now, it's time for something completely different.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on this very special edition of This Morning with Jonathan Ross, and I'm very pleased and rather proud to be able to introduce you to my very, very special guest indeed this morning. two men who I consider to be among the most talented working in comedy today, of course, Trevor and Simon.
Oh, thanks very much.
Hello,
Thanks,
fellas.
Jonathan.
How are you feeling this morning?
A bit nervous, just a bit nervous.
Well, you needn't be, because it's a very positive look this morning that I'm going to take, a kind of retrospective look at some of the marvellous moments you've contributed to Going Live over the past 100 years. So why don't we have a look at one of your finest clips, and we'll chat about this afterwards. I think it's self-explanatory, but it really does show you off in the best possible light.
Ooh, la paloma blanca, I'm just a mole in a suit.
Don't you know the words to your own song, Jonathan? I don't think that was one of the best.
A marvellous moment.
One of our best, really. I mean,
we saw the best of the singing corner earlier.
Well, I was surprised that had been neglected when you put that together. That's why I thought I'd show it now, because obviously that is something that people talk about to this day.
It just it had you in it, mainly.
It seemed like, yeah, I mean...
Well, I was in it.
You seemed to feature quite heavily in it, really. It wasn't one of the best sketches.
I don't think so.
Well, I think I would probably disagree as a fan of your work, that was one of your better moments. Anyway, let's not fall out of it. We have plenty to look at, and not too much time. But let's have a look at another piece, shall we? This is a piece which I remember very fondly indeed, and I think the ladies and gentlemen at home will be very excited to have a second chance to see this.
Where are you going?
Son, what's going on? Where are you going, Trevor?
Well, the case, I've got to...
Well, but I'm just about to do my bit, my interview, and you know how much it means to me that you'd be here for it. And I did dress up as a mole for you for no apparent reason.
Oh, all right, then. Yes, of course.
I don't understand. That's not one of our best sketches.
Fantastic piece of work.
It was just you again.
It's just a filler. That wasn't a sketch. There were no jokes there.
It was just mainly you in a purple suit, Jonathan.
I didn't know you were going to be this difficult. This morning.
No, we're not being...
I've put together a very detailed look at your career here with some of your finest comical moments, and you're giving me a hard time.
Well, can we see some more of our characters,
maybe? Some of the characters.
Well, of course, I was getting to the characters because, of course, as you know, Trevor and Simon are famous for their wide range of brilliantly observed characters, and I think two of the most neglected certainly would be Robin and Ray.
Well, Robin and Ray, I think, would be ideal.
Well, let's have a look at a Robin and Ray clip and remember this.
Great. Ray, say hello to Jonathan Ross.
Oh, hello. Are you the same Jonathan Ross as the TV chat show host and media celebrity?
No. I'm actually the world's leading, foremost expert in 3D.
Oh, so how does it work then, Jonathan?
It's very simple. This is the first dimension, this is the second dimension, and this is the third dimension. What a brilliant moment. What a fantastic moment. That really is perfect television as far as I'm concerned.
No, I'm sorry, that was not the best sketch at all. It's just bits of yourself again. It's all you.
You've just used this programme to show more clips of yourself, haven't you?
I really think you're being a bit unfair there. I've spent precious minutes looking through your work to try and find some of the finest parts.
It really annoys me, Trevor. It really annoys me. Just stuff it and stuff. It's not good enough.
Well, it's just as well we're out of time, but I do just have time to say that I'll be on the show a little bit later, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. And, of course, coming up now, we have a look at the career of another man who I've worked with for a lot, Mr. Tony Robinson.
Some doo-doos. The expression, Ulrich, is as a doo-doo. Dead as a doo-doo. Well, I'll leave you to it then, shall I? Do not despair, sir. All my talk of food was just a dead herring. In fact, I have a cunning plan. This is not food, but an escape kit.
Good Lord! With a saw, a hammer, a chisel, a gun, a change of clothes, a Swiss passport, and a huge false moustache, I may just stand a chance. Let's see, what have we here? A small painted wooden duck.
When the red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he stops robbing his old sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red, live, love, laugh and be happy.
There we are, sir. Will there be anything else?
No, just get on with it. He'll be screaming for his lunch any minute. Quick, you get the tray, you get the serviettes. Come in, Your Majesty. One lovely free-range egg on its way, Your Majesty. Yeah! Sometimes, lads, just sometimes, everything goes our way, doesn't it? Ah!
up here in the jungle. Welcome back to Going Live.
Hello,
it's great
Sarah.
to see you. That's the nice thing about a 100th birthday programme, that you can invite all your best friends, and you're an old friend of Going Live because you've
Thank you
been
very
on
much.
the
I
time before.
prefer the sort of 102nd and 97th programme.
Yes, I know
really, don't
exactly
you?
what you
It's a
mean,
bit,
yes.
bit of an event.
Yes, well, I'm going to wear my sequins next week for the 101st programme. Now, the other thing, of course, is that you know a lot of people connected with Going Live, and you are a great friend of Simon Foster's, aren't you? You're very lucky.
Thank you very much.
Simon, if you could just come in here for a little
Now,
moment.
this is Simon, who works on Going Live.
Woo!
And
Gold.
he also worked on Maid Marian. Now, when we were doing Maid Marian, we all laughed at him because he looks very much like one of the Doctor Who's. And the first part of my competition this week is I want people to write in and tell us which, profile please, Simon, which Doctor Who Simon looks most like.
All right, the
Thank you,
rest of the
Simon.
question coming later. Thanks very much, Simon. And the gold suit, lovely. But I do think it's a bit mean of you to nick Betty Boo's prize from last week. You know, I think you put that back in the box where it came from to send it off, all right? But yes, the first part of the question,
Yeah.
isn't it? Which Doctor Who does Simon Foster
Most
resemble,
look like.
most look like? And you've got the second part of the question coming up a bit later on,
Yeah.
because you'll be taking calls on 081 811 8181 a little later on. The next part of the question is going to be slightly more difficult, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, all right. And you've got some great prizes, haven't you?
Yes, we've got videos, we've got Baldrick's pimple. We've got the 12-inch of my Christmas single.
Oh, yes, right.
And some Maid Marian books.
Christmas single, eh?
Christmas single.
I mean, you have done just about everything, apart from play for Bristol City. We had to show you both their goals there on there to sort of cheer you up,
Thank
get you in the
thank
right...
you. Yes, Bristol City jokes. I'm just hoping that the match is still on, because as soon as this is over, I jump in the car and drive back down to Bristol City versus
A lot
Sheffield
of matches
Wednesday.
have been cancelled today because of the weather, but you probably will be all right over in the West Country, South West at the moment. I'm not sure.
got my
We'll check
fingers
it out. We'll check it out and we'll let you know on the next bit. Bring us up to date now on Maid Marian. What's happening? Because the last time you came in, you just launched the programme.
Yeah.
Very, very well, series. What's happening with it now?
Phenomenally well. It won loads and loads of prizes, which was great because it means that it's now being shown in lots of different countries. I think about 20 different countries are in the process of buying it. Second series is on. I've been commissioned to write the third series, which is going to be 8 episodes rather than 6. It couldn't be better. It's wonderful for me.
You like children's programmes, don't you? You
Yeah.
like working in children's television.
Yes, yeah. Well, who knows? This might be the last 2 or 3 years of children's television as it currently is.
Let's hope not.
Well, I
you
hope
keep
not.
working away, Tony.
Yeah.
It probably won't be. Now, you mentioned the Christmas single.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at it now? Can we have a look at the video?
Yes, I'd like you
Can
to
we?
do that.
All right, then. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Tony sings. Here he is, Tony Robinson and the Angel Voices with Christmas rapping.
It's a pun, see?
Do the
Oh,
Christmas
right.
rap.
I see.
Do the rap. Do the Christmas rap. Oh, yes.
Christmas Eve, there's a job to do. Get your scissors snipping, your sticky tape snapping. The presents for your friends are lying around. You gotta get down to your Christmas wrapping. You're all over shower gel, filled with elation. You gotta get down to a crucial celebration. Oh, blimey, horrible kids coming to poke around in Santa's sack. Right, who's first then? Nigel? What do you want for Christmas, Nigel? A Meccano bazooka? An origami aircraft carrier? Half a dozen chieftain tanks with laser range finders and rapier ground-to-air missiles? I'm Father Christmas, not Arnold flipping Schwarzenegger.
Do the rap. Do the Christmas rap. Oh, yes.
Right, next please. What's your name? What, Alan? Alec? Oh no, not you! Not the perishing snowman. It's about as exciting as an in-depth interview with Jason Donovan. Here, Nigel, stop fiddling with your yo-yo. I've got a rather interesting use for it. It's called a gobstopper. Good gag, eh? Very good gag. They came upon a midnight clear, the TV Christmas programmes, the snowman for the 19th time and 27 wogans. cheers. Dad's down the pub and Grandma's napping. Sister's slogging with the carol singers. Who's gonna do the Christmas rapping? Do the lucrative rap. Nigel, give him the sack, will you? Thank you, Nigel. The goose is chilling out. We've all got salmonella, and the doctor's not about. Do the rap. Do the Christmas rap.
Tony Robinson and Christmas rapping.
They're not booing the record, it's your jacket. Honest to goodness, look how boring it is. Take this off, come on. We've had a decision, it's boring, Phil. It's a 100th programme, we've all got jackets on in the studio. So, and this is very expensive. Now,
That's my best jacket.
I know it is, that's why I threw it away.
All right, fair enough. Tony, by the way, you'd be pleased to know that we've just checked for you, and Bristol City, Sheffield Wednesday, the match is still on at present.
Still on!
Yeah, still on at present.
Excitement here.
And it's a great record, by the way. Great.
Thank
we'll
you.
talk a little bit later. Now then, there's another. Ooh, it's all skating all over the place this morning, much like a lot of people walking down city streets at the moment. We have another phoning competition coming up in a second, so you're going to need a pad, a bit of paper, and also, of course, be ready on the telephone. I won't tell you what it is just for a second, because I now welcome to our 100th programme the man of 100 falls.
Yes, right. How are you this morning?
I'm very well. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, and the jacket is much improved. Studio, is the jacket much improved? Honestly, we've all looked on it. It was very boring. A little black number for Phil on a Saturday morning, eh?
I just thought a little bit of restraint was...
Restraint?
Well, what do you think? I mean, I thought so.
No.
I thought I'd just be restrained a little bit.
It's not like you.
No?
No, I don't think
well, no, all right then. Have you ever hurt yourself falling?
On Double Dare?
Yeah.
No, not at all. No, it's the floor's ever so wet, and everybody, all the stage hands, this just gets wetter and wetter, and we just have a good time, and you just fall over naturally. Let yourself
So you don't ever go away with bruises and no?
Never.
Well, I thought what we'd do is it would be impossible for us to stitch
I
all
knew
of
you were
them.
going to do this.
It would be impossible
I knew.
to stitch all of them together because, of course, if you put all of Peter's falls onto one tape, it would probably last for about 4 hours.
Yes, I think it's a mini-series.
But what we've got is a selection of some of the ones that we think are sort of our favourite.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
So this is a selection of some of our favourite falls from Pete.
The crunches. Can't fall over this time, Gordon. I'm sat down. OK? No, I'm not going to do it for you. I promise you. I am not going to do it for you. No.
Gordon's little camera there. You're doing very well this morning, by the way,
And
Gordon.
steady.
And now, of course, I'm matching you with the jackets. It's looking great. Different colour, of course, but I'm nevertheless matching you in style. So we have a competition surrounding Double Dare, I think.
We do.
Have you got a question you can set for us?
Of course I have. The question is, how many obstacles are there on the Double Dare obstacle course? How many obstacles are there on the Double Dare obstacle course? Now, phone in with the answers, and I think, well, I think you'll know the answer to that.
Yeah, it's quite not too difficult one if you're a Double Dare fan. The telephone number, of course, is appearing on the bottom now.
Yeah.
081 811 8181. 081 811 8181. Please dial very carefully. The prize, and there are 10 of them. They are personal stereos, and
whoa, there it is in the background.
You may have thought the personal stereo was a good prize, but behind that, you get the Peter Simon Christmas record as well.
Good stuff, eh? Good
There's
stuff.
nothing you can do about
And
it.
it's actually playing under this now.
This is it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's
It's a good party record, and good fun making it with a lot of good people.
Yeah, will you come back a little bit later on?
Of course, and I'll give you some T-shirts and posters to give to them as well.
Yeah.
I'll join a bit later on.
Big prize. Give us a call right now and we'll take the 10 that come in, we'll select them out, give them a bit of a random pull and you could end up with that prize. So that's our second phone-in competition this morning. The best of luck and get dialing now. Peter, we'll see you a little bit later on. And now, once again, it's time for something completely different.
What?
Trevor, he shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be here.
You should be here, Jonathan.
He shouldn't be here. I mean, he's done his bits earlier and he's doing his bits later on.
Jonathan, you're not in this bit.
It's time for the turtles now, Jonathan. You really shouldn't be
When
here.
people see Trevor and Simon, they think Jonathan.
The teenage turtles.
I know,
They
but-
don't think that. They think the turtles. No, they think Trevor and Simon.
Don't do that. Do this, do this.
All right, I enjoyed doing that. Trev, I don't know if you know, actually I don't know if the Going Live viewers know this, but did you know that Philip's going to be in Madame Tussauds?
No, I didn't know that. Oh, well, we'll tell him to get there early, because there's always a massive queue outside, and especially this time of year with all the tourists and all
No, Trev, you've misunderstood me. I don't mean he's going to go there to have a look around. He's going to be in there, you know, a dummy.
Oh, come on, that's a bit unfair, isn't it? Especially behind his back and all
No,
that.
Trev,
It's a bit...
a waxwork. They've made a waxwork.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, you see, there's a place now, of course, now that the Margaret Thatcher dummy's gone.
Yeah, but when you look a bit stupid dressed up as Margaret Thatcher.
No, he'll be dressed up as himself.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's great news. Does he know?
I don't know, because they're going to unveil it today on Going Live.
Oh, right. Oh, well, should we go and tell him?
Let's go and find him.
Tell him, because he wouldn't want to miss it.
No, he wouldn't want to miss him. Oh, here he is. Oh, Philip. Hey, Philip. Hey, we've got a surprise for you.
Yeah. Come on, we want to show you something.
Yeah, come on, we want to show you your waxwork. Come and see your waxwork.
Come on. Shh.
What? Oh, surprise. Oh, sorry. Come on. What's the matter? Don't just stand there.
Come on.
He's
just standing there doing nothing.
Oh, no, Trev, maybe he's rehearsing Schofield's Europe.
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah. So you come...
Chaps, what's
Wow!
incredible.
That's incredible. These days, I mean, look, it moves and everything. It must all be animatronics.
Phil, what do you think? Look at it.
It's brilliant. Look, it's really lifelike. Look,
Get off!
What do you think? It's
incredible,
isn't it? Oh, it's you!
Oh, sorry. We got a bit confused.
No, this is me.
It is you.
This is the real me.
And this isn't. This is Phil.
That's
incredible.
That's
Amazing,
It's an
man.
amazing likeness.
That
I've
is
never
what
seen
it-
anything
oh,
like
right.
it. Oh, dear.
What's going on there?
What's that?
What's this?
Oh,
This is mine. Well, they're still working on it, you know, but I tell you what, I mean, it's not bad so
Yeah,
far,
it's
is it?
amazing.
They haven't quite got the clothes right yet, though, but I mean, look at those two standing side by side.
You'd
You
never
wouldn't
tell, would
know,
you?
would you?
You stand on that side with yours and I'll stand over
That's
here
right,
with
look.
mine.
You wouldn't know that it wasn't Sarah and Phil, would you?
It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with mine.
Good, what's next then? You?
No, it's not me. It's you.
No, it's not.
No, it's you.
Is it?
It's you.
I've got Now Sarah written on my piece of paper.
Now, Sarah. It could be you.
Could it be us?
Let's do the stage one reminders. If
Go on,
you
do it,
want
Phil.
to vote on one of the people in today's stage one, then this is what you do.
Dial 0898 310 001 for Act 1. Cora Weeks. If you like Matthew Fish best of all, dial 0898 310 002. He was Act 2. And dial 0898 310 003 for Act 3, the Pantonic All-Stars. The lines will be open until 2 o'clock.
Me mallet. They come up to me and they say, "Oi, where's your mallet?" That's a fate worse than death, isn't it?
See him, they like.
No, he doesn't look like him.
Oh, we've got a talkative bunch now. That's it. There's going to be answering back. I just know it. Could you give us an update on video relief before we go any further?
Yeah, over 2,000 people have written in for the instruction manual, the information pack.
Yeah.
Over 500 children are currently involved in making videos about what's going on in Africa, about problems in this country. The date by which all the entries have to be in is by the end of January, so there's plenty of time for people still to write in. So if they want to know more about video relief, write in and get this pack.
Terrific. OK, that's great. And don't forget also that you need a stamped addressed envelope, and quite a large one, enough to fit that in, and a 50p stamp as well. OK, so send that in if you want some information. Best of luck. It is, of course, going live. BBC Television, London W12, 7RJ. Let's get straight on with some questions now, because there's a lot of people want to talk to you. We'll go to the phones first of all, if that's OK, and it's line 1. Hello, who's on 1?
It's Catherine.
Catherine, hiya. Whereabouts are you from?
Chester.
From Chester. A bit snowy? No. Not snowy there?
No.
We're trying to work out our own little map of snow around Britain at the moment, so Chester's missed out. That's OK, that's good. Or would you like to see it a bit snowy?
Yeah.
You would like to see it a bit snowy, OK.
Get on with it, Phil.
I just like to get to know who's chatting. I like to know who's here. What's your question?
Is it hard to think of funny ideas for children?
I think funny ideas happen all the time. If you look at the mayhem that surrounds going live every Saturday, for instance, there's loads of weird and funny things. And I don't know, I just spend my life watching what's going on and just kind of smiling and remember it and then write it all down. I mean, in my house, I've got 2 kids and there's weird things going on all the time, which I scribble down and they come out in Maid Marian.
So when you write something, do you bounce it off your own family and see what they think? If it's not funny, does it not go in?
Bounce it off them. I throw the scripts at them sometimes when they when they come in the room and when I'm in the middle of work. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I just kind of in my own mind I think, now, would Luke and Laura find this funny, or would they say, oh God, Dad, that is just absolute rubbish? And if I think that they would say the latter, then I don't keep it in the script.
I read something last night that said that they weren't, I don't know whether it's changed now, but they weren't mad keen on the early Blackadders.
No, not fantastically keen. And my daughter never watches Maid Marian.
Really?
But my son likes it a lot, yeah.
So not very good judges, really, are they? In that case, thank you very much indeed for your call. Have a great Saturday. And Becky has a question on the floor. Becky.
What inspired you to write Maid Marian?
I think it was my daughter again, because she wasn't like the sort of silly, soppy heroines that you get in an awful lot of stories. And I thought, well, she wouldn't want to watch anything that had got a rather wet Victorian-type heroine in. She'd want, you know, much more of a sort of Dawn French type of heroine. So I thought, well, I'll write something that I think that she, you know, she would aspire to, that she might enjoy.
OK, back onto the
Didn't
telephones
work, did it?
now.
Because you start watching it now.
Onto the phones, and it's line 2. Who's on 2?
It's Lydia.
Lydia, hi. Where are you from?
Darwin in Lancashire.
In Lancashire?
Yeah.
It's definitely snowing there.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot?
Yeah,
a
bit.
Off you go with your question.
In Blackadder, you always look very dirty. Is that very uncomfortable, and how long does it take you to get made up like that?
Takes about 3/4 of an hour to get all that dirty makeup on. The pimples need gluing on, the pus needs squirting into the pimple heads, the blackheads need injecting, the scabs need screwing on, and the nits and lice needs to be coaxed into the hair. And then, when it's all over, everyone rushes off to get a cup of tea or a drink, and I'm left in my dressing room just trying to scrape all this stuff off. Actually, the clothes, which always look as though they're about to fall to pieces, are made of very good material, because if you think about it, they've got to last for 6 weeks of really tough slapstick with people bashing me over the head and everything. And if they did fall to pieces, they just have to make me another costume very quick. So the costumes actually cost quite a lot of money to make, because they're really good stuff.
How long does it take to put the makeup on?
To put it on takes about 3/4 of an hour.
Take it off about 5 minutes.
I try and claw it off as quickly as I can, yeah.
Thanks very much indeed for your call. Let's take another one from the phones. And it's line 3. Who's on 3?
Neil, I'm full.
Hello there. Neil. Neil, got your name now. Whereabouts are you from?
Northwich in Cheshire.
Right, from Cheshire. Bit snowy there as well?
Yeah, just started.
Just started. All right, what's your question?
What's the best part you've ever played in any TV programme?
I think one of the things about being an actor is that you move from one part to another. So you don't have to think, oh, I like this character, I wish I could stay with this character for forever and ever, because there's always something new and something a bit more interesting. I'm playing a headmaster, for instance, at the moment for something on Channel 4, so I can get all my venom out on the various headmasters who I had to suffer under during the course of my life. And that's fun, but when it's over, I'll forget about it. Of course, I'll always be indebted to Baldrick, because, you know, without him, I'd never have had the opportunity to do all the things I can now. But I just like the challenge of doing lots of different things, really.
OK, Natasha has a question from the floor.
Natasha?
When you look back, have you made any mistakes that you'd like to change?
Oh, that's an interesting question. When you first get a script, you read it and you try and decide whether you think it's going to be very funny or very dramatic or very interesting. And if you believe that it is, then you'll tend to take that job. But sometimes something goes wrong between the time you read the script and sometimes it actually occurs on the screen, and you look at it and you think, oh gosh, I really wish I hadn't been in that. I'd much rather not have been in that. I look such a prat. But there's really nothing you can do about it. It's all a big gamble. So when I see myself on television in something which I don't really enjoy, I try not to regret it too much, because it's not really your fault, it's just the luck of the game, really.
OK, let's have a look at your competition prize. Thanks for that, by the way. Nice question. Right. Let's have a quick look down here, and we'll see if we can blast another phone call in at the end.
My competition prize is the 12-inch single of Christmas Wrapping, this year's #1 Christmas hit, 2 videos of Maid Marian. In here, we have one of Baldrick's pimples.
Can we look? Can we see?
Well, do you really want to?
Yeah. I'd love to. Do you want to see?
Right.
Yeah.
It hasn't got the makeup on it. It's just got the there it is. It's got a little. It's got a little bit of a pussy head on it, but not as much as it normally has.
That's the most awful thing.
And 4 Maid Marian books, all 4 Maid Marian books. And shall I explain what the question is for the competition? Now, in one of these books and in the video, you'll see that Maid Marian has got a pet tadpole. And I want to know what is the name of that pet tadpole. And remember, the other half of the question is which Doctor Who does Simon look like? Is Simon around so we can jog people's memory?
Simon Foster.
We'll bring him in before the end of the programme so you can look at his mush and decide, is it Sylvester McCoy? Is it Patrick Troughton? Who is it?
Could you a bit of profile, actually? A bit of profile, Simon,
just so we can see that funny nose.
Right, thank you.
That's great.
That's good.
OK.
So there you are. Which Doctor Who does Simon look like in profile? And also the
name of Maid Marian's tadpole.
Maid Marian's tadpole. Of course, answers on a postcard to us here at Going Live, BBC Television, London W12, 7RJ. Once more for you, Going Live, BBC Television, London W12, 7RJ. We have run out of time, unfortunately, which is a great shame. Thank you once again for coming in. Best of luck with your Christmas single.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
It's a huge hit. Nice to see you. All the best. And now it's time. All those prizes, of course, that we picked earlier on in Prize Picks have been taken out of their individual buckets. They've been piled into a huge skip, so you get another chance to win if you missed out before. It is, of course, Mega Pick.
Mega Pick. Oh, hello. It's time for Mega Pick. We've wrapped up because it's so cold outside, isn't it? Oh, I wonder who's in the skip today.
Oh, look, it's the waxworker, Philip.
Oh, dear.
I'm terribly sorry. I got a bit close to the radiator with it, and actually, it looks a bit more like him now, doesn't it?
Oh, no. I think it's an improvement.
Very lifelike, isn't it? There you go.
Sorry, Philip.
Sorry about that. Never mind.
Well, can we pick out a winner then?
Sure. And I must say happy birthday to Natalie and Miles Jr. before I do this.
Happy birthday.
And here we go, the winner. Oh,
dear.
Oh, poor Philip.
And the winner is Brenda Thompson from Scotland. And you win the shark game. Oh, down here, quick. Oh, quick look at it. Oh, well
look at this again.
Oh, sorry, Philip.
Been chaotic at all this morning, hasn't it? This hasn't been a chaotic 100th programme. We've got an even better one for you next week. We have the final of Stage 1.
Emma Forbes does some cooking for Christmas, and good luck to her, that's what I say.
There's Paula Danziger and Bucket as well.
We have Sound Check, and Jackie will be meeting In Excess next week.
Linda Robson and Pauline Quirk from Birds of a Feather. That's all next week. Have
and
a fabulous
much
weekend.
More.
Try and keep warm. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you for coming
this
morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Here's
and good luck in the snow.
100. Absolutely.